Mm, yeah. Hi. Good evening, guys, and welcome to Thought Well by An Academy again, and welcome to another live session that we have scheduled. Sorry, I was late by a minute. There was some problem with the network, so I already have people here. Um, okay, so Gudika study um has joined. Hi, okay, Abhijit. Hi, Alpha. All right. So today, in today's live, we would be basically talking about, the board analytics, like when it comes to your exam, because there are many students who get carried away by, myths that float around in school or otherwise also on the internet. I think that's the internet is one of the main platforms where, rumors are spread and it actually confuses students. So I just thought if there are any doubts that you guys have, then I can definitely resolve them in today's session. Hi, Aisha. Mm, yeah, competency-based questions, they have increased the percentage of the competency-based questions that would be asked in the exam, Alpha Shilendra. So they would be included. They're not likely to be included. They are definitely going to be included in your examination. So you would have to brush up on, your competency-based questions for your respective subjects. So yeah. Hello, Manya. So our one-shot videos have started, like y'all have seen. We have math up and we have Preksha ma'am's video up as well. So y'all should make the most use of that. Y'all would have English literature and bio coming up this week as well. Hi Shivakumar, Juhi. Um, Juhi is coming up. Like history is already up. Like a one-shot video is already up. Civics and geography also will be up soon. Um, Ma'am, could you please share the chapter-wise weightage for physics? Alpha Shalendra, we would definitely come up with a video when it comes to the chapter-wise weightage for not only physics but the respective subjects that are there in, be it your group 1 or group 2. So we will come up with a strategy for that. All right, me listing out I think close to 20 chapters here along with the weightage is not gonna make sense here, right? And आपको भी clarity नहीं मिलेगा, तो we will definitely come up with a video on that. Till then you can go through the previous year question papers to see what questions were repeated. Ma'am, sample पेपर कौन सा करे गर्ल विद क्रिएशन? सैम्पल पेपर्स जो आपके ICSE के ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट पे हैं, दे हैव अपलोडेड द सैम्पल पेपर्स फॉर द ईयर 2025. तो आप वहाँ जाके you can download the sample question papers for the year 2025 according to the subjects you want to solve. Okay, hi Akashit, hi Paramveer. Okay, Aisha, like I said, those two subjects, the videos would be coming up soon. We are gearing up and getting the videos prepped for those respective subjects as well. Bio content is also coming up because now after the midterm got over, we did launch our one-shot videos, right? It did get launched last week, so the videos are going up in order. So y'all would have the content up soon. Godika says, ma'am, I am not able to study. Why, Godika? Like, what is distracting you, or why aren't you able to study? Raj Savedi, make how to avoid distractions. Okay, you're asking me to make a video on how to avoid distractions, Raj. Is that what you're saying? Hi, Dhanu. Okay, ma'am, if we start studying from now, Prativa Kumari. Okay, ma'am, if we start studying from now, Will we get a good percentage in boards? Pratibha, yeah, you do have time, but it depends also on how much of the syllabus you have completed and how many hours you are going to allot from now. Okay, because we've already entered October, and we are like half of October is already done. Like 15th would uh, like make half the month over. So you say you would have like November, December, 2.5 months roughly, because I am not including Jan in the timeline of the um, months you have remaining for your exam, because ideally, like I always said, by December your syllabus should be completed. So in these 2.5 months, if you haven't started the syllabus, you can start now itself, but you will have to allot a minimum of 4 hours every day with a good quality of concentration. So you can definitely get a good percentage in your boards if you have to start now. Allot 4 hours, get your concepts cleared, and practice previous year questions. um so Gutika says, like, I am not able to concentrate. All right. Godika, it's okay. It happens. Like, stress ke wajah se, ya, maybe because of other distractions. Sometimes concentration lana easy nahi hota hai, but you have no option now. So you will have to sit down, and if you are not able to, don't start. Don't try to allot uh, a huge amount of time over here at a go, like in the beginning only. So start with 1 hour, and then take a half an hour, yeah, 1 hour ka break. Start with giving 2 hours a day, and then increase it gradually. All right, and see why you're not able to concentrate. So if there are any distractions that are there, be it your phone or anything else, try to eliminate that, and try to uh, divide your study schedule in a way such that, where even if you study for half an hour, you take a 5 or 10 minute break, do something that would refresh your mind in those 5-10 minutes, and then you can get back to your studying, finish the other half an hour. All right, and first create a schedule. So make a schedule timetable for yourself, and gradually increase the time, like maximum over a week, increase the time you are allotting for your studies, and see what is the reason you're not able to concentrate. All right, if you are stressed because of the exam, it is just going to make things worse for you. So just calm down, um, believe in yourself. I mean, if that is what is stopping you from, or if that is what is blocking you from concentrating, just start slowly, be patient, slow and steady, but diligently. All right, be genuine, and you should be good to go. um Hello, Rahul. Okay, Loser says biology. What about biology? Paramveer saying, ma'am, what should I do? Because my syllabus is completed. Paramveer, if your syllabus is completed, that is amazing. Just solve as many previous year question papers as possible and revise. Keep your revision game up. Alright, so that is what I would suggest. Can you solve PYQs of physics and history? Thanu, we will definitely try to, see what best we can do when it comes to solving the previous year questions of physics and history here. So you can consider this noted. Mm, okay, so Alpha Shalendra wants a suggestion for an effective revision strategy. So, Shalendra, what I would say is the concepts that you found tough, and if you are done with them, see to that the concepts that you did find tough, you do revise them every day. All right, like give a little extra time to revising those concepts on a day-to-day basis, along with solving the questions behind the chapters in your textbook, and solving PYQs, and just brush through whatever you have studied. Quickly brush through everything, and if you feel you are forgetting something in a certain concept, or in a certain chapter that you have finished, go back to those points and revise those points, yeah, those concepts 2-3 times more. All right, so take it subject wise, yeah, chapter wise, and you should be good to go with that. And along with whatever you are covering, newly, like if you have finished a particular portion of your syllabus and you are delving into a new chapter of another subject, add those concepts that you have finished also to the revision, or along with the concepts that you have already finished, and keep that revision going side by side. So that is what I would suggest. All right. mm, all right. Rekha Rani, not yet. We are trying to strategize on that. um, you're welcome, Shivakumar. Godika is asking me if she can get 90% if she starts from now. Yes, Godika, I wouldn't say it is not possible, but like I said, you will have to, make a schedule for yourself first and allot a minimum of 4 hours every day. Like I told you, like increase the timing gradually, but within a week, and stick to those 4 hours minimum. And if you can, increase it to 5 hours, finish the concepts that you find tough, first, and revise that, and solve your previous year question papers. All right. uh, Girl with creation, और मैम क्वेश्चन बैंक, हम क्वेश्चन बैंक आई वुडेंट सजेस्ट कि आप में से कोई भी क्वेश्चन बैंक खरीदें. Just go through the previous year questions of the last 10 years that is there on the ICSE का official website. Yeah, you have question papers that are available on along with the solutions online as well. So just download them from the internet. Do not go and buy any question banks for any subject. Do not do that. जूही बोल रही हैं कि मैम मैं पढ़ती तो सब हूँ पर याद नहीं रहता, क्या करूँ? जूही, आपको समझ के पढ़ना होगा. You will have to understand whatever you are studying. So sometimes when you learn or try to memorize things without understanding, रटा मारने से भूल जाते हैं बच्चे. तो you will have to understand, समझिए concepts को, whatever you are studying, understand those concepts and revise it. All right, तो when you understand it, तो भूलने का chances कम हो जाता है. And if you have studied something like the previous month, and you are obviously going to forget a bit of it this month if you haven't gone back and revised. So keep your revision game up, and in that way you will remember. All right. Ma'am, you'll not PYQs of biology. Danu, can you please rephrase your question? If you're asking me if we will not do the previous year questions for biology, I think on our community post we already are putting up a few questions, but if you're talking about the elaborate ones, we will definitely come up with those questions along with the completion of the chapters that we are doing. All right. Raj Dwivedi. All right, noted. We will try to bring about that as well. Yes, Rahul, if you're trying to answer somebody's question, yes, I do teach biology and English. Shubhanshu sir is here. He has joined us. Good evening, Shubhanshu sir. All right. Godika, which PYQs should you use for math? Just follow the PYQs that are given on the official website and the sample papers. All right. Yeah, you can, because that is Oswald is one of the books that is prescribed by the board. All right. Hi, Opswu. I'm not able to pronounce that. I'm good, thank you. Okay, so Akarshit is asking, ma'am, history book is vast. Can I study strictly according to the syllabus prescribed by ICSE from the book? Of course, Akarshit, that is what you have to do. All right, you do have to study the you do have to study strictly according to the syllabus that is prescribed by ICSE from your textbook. So you can do that, but understand the concepts and you know. Go through the questions. The rest, I'm sure Preksha ma'am is guiding you all best with. Hi, Swastika. Um, Rekha Rani, like I said, we don't suggest question banks at all. They do misguide students. Okay. Okay, Ujwal says, ma'am, I would appreciate some tips on improving marks and how to score 100 in physics. Could you guide me on this? Improving marks, are you asking only for physics? Okay, see, so like your internals, you have 20 marks of your paper. Uh, that is out of 100, 20 marks is your internals and 80 is your theory. So you would have to ace all the concepts in physics, be it your theory, your derivations, your formulae when it comes to solving the sums in physics, understanding the concepts and solving previous year question papers of physics since you have mentioned here. And I'm not sure about 100 because that is a toughie, but you would be able to score well. That is what I can suggest. Um, all right. Prativa Kumari says, ma'am, only 20% syllabus is left, but I'm fearing the exam. Prativa, do not get scared. Why? What are you fearing? All right. So, see, when you let this element of fear enter you, you would cause a lot of damage to your mental health, your concentration, and you would be stressing for no reason. If you have just 20% of the syllabus remaining, you should be happy that you've completed the 80% that is there. So focus on the remaining 20%, solve previous year questions, and you will have to talk yourself into that confidence mode. All right, you will have to be confident and take this exam as a stepping stone towards completing this first milestone of your life. So do not fear the exam. All right, it is gonna be easy if you have studied, if you understand what is the actual demand of the exam. All right, which is to understand the concepts more than mugging up. So one of the biggest don'ts over here is to mug. You mug anything up if you just memorize it. The questions in the exam are not gonna be direct. Okay, it, it's very unlikely that they would ask you direct questions, maybe one or two questions, but they do ask application based questions as well. So that will check if you have understood the concept, and they would ask you questions in a twisted way such that you will have to put it down there according to your understanding. So memorizing or mugging up over there is not going to help. It is just going to waste your effort, and you are not going to learn anything. And that is when the nervousness creeps in. All right, so understand everything. Do not get scared. And when you understand and when you revise, along with solving the previous year questions, I think that should be good to go. And you've finished 80% of the syllabus. There's nothing at all to fear. You should be confident. All right, so do not fear. Ma'am, can I get 99% in 2025? JE means Jan attempt. We're talking about ICSE here, but I don't think I can comment on the JE. Ma'am, I appreciate. All right, Ajwal, I answered your question. All right, guys. Hi, Shreyan. Okay. Ma'am, this year just gaming and fun is asking me if this year's math paper will be hard. See, we cannot predict anything. All right, only the board would know. And do not even take any predictions from any other sources also seriously, because nobody can actually predict how the paper is going to be, whether it's going to be easy or whether it's going to be hard. But one thing you can definitely predict for yourselves is, if you have done your work, if you have done your bit of studying, the paper will never be hard. If you study, the paper will never be hard if you understand the demand. All right. So in that way, I don't think it will be hard if you study. All right. Mm. Alright, so Ujjwal is saying, ma'am, if I perform exceptionally well in pre-board exams and submit proper projects, will the school give full marks? Do they consider students who excel as good representatives for the school? Ujjwal, that would completely depend on your school. Okay. I mean, of course, they would study. I mean, they would follow the regulations that are given by the ICSE board when it comes to your project submission or your assignments. They do have guidelines as per which they do grade you all for your projects and for your assignments for internals. All right. So depending on that, your marks would be allotted. So I don't think I can comment on that. But when it comes to considering students who excel, be it in pre-boards or the projects, I don't think they get partial in that way. All right, so pre-board exam marks, I don't think has an effect or any correlation with your internals, because I don't think they consider that. Projects, yes, but they would be following the guidelines issued by the board to allot marks for your internals as well. Hi, Rafi. Um, okay, somebody's saying they give full marks in projects. No, all schools don't give full marks in projects. They all shouldn't be carried away by that myth, guys. So do your projects well and do not take it easy. Hi, Praveen. All right. Daredevil, we will bring about content for class 9 soon. Vaishnavi, how to handle computers? I think you will have to, go through the syllabus, understand what is the demand of the syllabus, go through whatever is, actually given in your textbook, go through the previous year question papers and solve as much as as many questions as possible, and you should be good to go to handle computers. All right. Okay, Anuj Yadav says, ma'am, stress is very much what to do to handle anxiety and nervousness. Anuj, see, so like I said, I think even in the beginning, like when I started taking the lives, stress is just gonna add to, the burden that y'all feel exists. Okay, so this exam, I understand it is the first time y'all are, facing your boards, and this element of nervousness, stress, performance pressure, all of that is there. But what you all have to tell yourselves is, by stressing, you're not going to get marks. By stressing, you're not going to, be able to even concentrate. Like the concentration that you are giving, you'd be able to give normally, otherwise also would be reduced if you have to stress. First, ask yourself, what is it that you're stressing about? If it is about completing your syllabus, I have said this in the previous lives as well. Understand your syllabus first, complete. And in the beginning of the session, somebody had asked me if they can start right now also, like if it's too late to even start, if you haven't started studying at all. Okay, it is never too late. Start now and get organized timetable. Complete your syllabus one by one. If you're not able to understand any concept that you find tough, I'm sorry, go brush through the basics. Try to simplify that for yourself. Solve when you start solving previous year questions. You will gain like this element of confidence as well. All right, you will know what kind of questions are being asked. So with that, you would be able to gain this confidence when it comes to understanding what kind of questions are asked. The main reason students get stressed and nervous is because they, even if they are doing their part of studying, they remain unsure of what kind of questions are going to be asked. That's because they fail to visit the previous year question papers and see the pattern of the exam paper. All right, so do go through the syllabus, get your syllabus right, know where you stand when it comes to the completion of the syllabus. And once you start giving in your effort towards this exam, your stress will automatically come down. But having said that, tackling anxiety and nervousness, you meditate. All right, I know it sounds boring, but meditate. Tell yourself that this exam is not like uh, Mount Everest or something that you have to climb. You just have to follow. It's very simple. Just follow the syllabus, complete the syllabus. It's just like ticking off everything that that is pending, and revise along with previous year questions. Solving previous year question papers would definitely give you all confidence, and do not get nervous. All right, I know it is easy for me to say or tell you all not to get nervous, but nervousness say you are just gonna make things worse for yourself. So while you are studying, you will have to talk to yourself and ask yourself, Anuj, क्यों nervous हो रहे हो? Like, why are you getting nervous? It's okay. Like, you will have to believe in yourself, have this sense of belief, and believe in yourself, trust yourself, and put in the effort that is required for this exam. Just few more months are left. All right, so give all that you have to this exam, and don't forget to de-stress as well while you all are studying. Do take out some time, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, and do something that you would like. Maybe watch some stand-up comedy or go play some game, but for half an hour. Be very organized and avoid unnecessary distractions for this time period till your exam gets over. How to handle computers, Vaishnavi, I did say it. Go through your syllabus, understand your syllabus, solve the concepts. I mean, like, finish the tough concepts, and solve previous year question papers. All right, Gadika says, ma'am, I am not able to get good percentage in my half yearly. So if I study from YouTube, uh, I may get the marks I want in my boards. Okay, if you weren't able to get a good percentage in your half yearly, I think you'd know, Gudika, where you went wrong. All right, so YouTube definitely, like our channel will definitely help, of course, because we do simplify the concepts in that way. But you will have to go to your textbook as well. All right, so you can maybe watch our videos, and after you get like the simplified explanation of it, go to your textbook, read the chapters, and of course, like after what we do explain in our videos, you would definitely be able to understand what is given in the text. All right, so in that way you can definitely get good marks in your boards. But start from now and identify where you went wrong in your half yearly, and do not stress about you not being able to get a good percentage in your half yearly. Do not even bother about that. Just think that you know where you went wrong and learn from those mistakes. Ma'am, is it necessary to make notes? Like, we can also study from books since we will have enough time before boards. Absolutely, Ashmit. It is not necessary to make notes. That previously also I had told you all not to waste time by making notes unnecessarily. All right, so only if you do want to create a mind map of your own for your understanding, or when you're revising again, just making these small mind maps, maybe in a notebook or something like that, for revising later so that you understand. In that case, you can definitely make notes while you are studying, like side to side. All right, it's not necessary to make notes like for an entire chapter. Do not waste time. That's going to take like double time. And like you did say, you do have books that are prescribed by your board, so stick to your textbooks as much as possible. Jack says, ma'am, if I perform exceptionally well in pre-boards, all right. Okay, Jack, you're asking the same question that one of the previous students had asked. I have answered that question. All right. I am from Bangalore. Ma'am, will 10th boards be tough? We cannot predict that at all. And I would suggest do not even go and listen to any other sources who claim to have a sure prediction of how the paper is going to be, whether it's going to be easy or tough. Nobody would know that except for the people who are setting the question paper. For all you know, the question paper will not even be set by now. All right, so if y'all are coming across sources who are making claims of a certain paper or the entire exam itself of 2025 being tough, it is not true, guys. So what y'all can do is y'all just study and make it easier for yourselves. All right, so if you have to study, it will definitely be easy. Do your work, solve previous year question papers, and understand the concepts. If you don't understand, if you are going to mug and memorize, it is definitely going to be tough, because like I said, it is very unlikely that the board is going to ask you all questions in a direct manner. All right, they are not going to frame a question in a manner such that, okay, for example, they are not going to ask you, okay, what is a nerve? Those questions are very unlikely. All right, they would twist and ask questions. Y'all, for a more clear reference or a clear idea of what kind of questions are going to be asked, do visit the ICSE website, the official website, where you would have the sample papers for 2025. There is a reason the board has put it up there. All right, so use the ICSE website, and we at Thoughtwell are here as your guiding lights. So just do follow everything that is given as per the board only. All right, we do state facts and we are honest about whatever is given by the board. All right, we do not say things to make you all feel better in any way. All right, so do follow what the board says. Shubham, ma'am, any tips for biology? It is very difficult to remember. Shubham, yes, the technical terms like the nasolacrimal gland, for example, those definitions or those terms do get a little tough to remember for some students. But then if you have to understand the concepts and, for example, know that nasolacrimal glands are nothing but the gland that is below the tear gland. All right, so in that way, if you have to understand and know the labeling, and if you have to understand the concept in that way, you would make it easier for yourself to remember. All right, so that is what I would suggest, like understand the concepts I'm sorry, of whatever you are studying in biology as well, and you can't help but remember the terms, the biological terms that are given there. All right, and try to simplify it for yourself in whichever way you find easy. All right, in the videos that are there, you can refer to the rapid revision videos that are already up, and for the bio one shot videos that would be coming up, I would try to simplify the the technical terms over there as much as possible. Like you did have like the receptors that was put in a table for you guys in the rapid revision of your sense organs. In that way, I will try to do my best to simplify it for you all, but otherwise you should try to understand the concept and simplify it for yourself in whichever way you find easy. All right, so that would be my tip, Shubham. How to get full marks in language? Are you talking about English language or your second language, Jack? All right. Okay, guys, just one request for those who are repeating questions. I am going through all the questions, all right? So there are many people who are commenting. By all spamming, like copy pasting your comment and just entering it like 15-20 times, there are other students comments which I wouldn't be able to see, because we also have a time crunch. So I will address all the questions. I am going one by one. Please do not spam the comment section that way. Just a request, guys. Little consideration for your fellow batchmates as well. All right. Mayank, please upload reduced syllabus for science paper page by page. Uh, Mayank, I am sorry, I didn't quite understand that. Please upload the reduced syllabus for science paper page by page. Uh, I think you, for a detailed uh, clarity on the syllabus for science, you would the best place would be the ICSE website that you can visit. But if you can give me clarity on what exactly are you trying to say, then maybe how to get full marks in math. Yashwita, Shivanshu sir would be the best person to answer this question. All right, but I think there is a video up there also of the strategy for math. We will definitely tell him to address this question of yours, but otherwise, do get your concepts right, your formulae, and practice all the sums as much as possible. And yeah, that is what I can say when it comes to math. um okay, all right. Ram says, "Ma'am, my maths is too weak." All right. Do watch Shibanshu sir's videos on math, because he does simplify the concepts over there, and you will have to brush up on the basics of math and solve questions, Ram. That is what I can suggest. Um, all right. Okay. With the play size, I'm getting very low marks in English language. All right. With the plays, that's what your user ID says. English language, you would have to, practice. I can go through the previous year question papers, solve your comprehension passages that are given there, because the passages that you all get for comprehension are is one of the places that you can score marks. All right. So other than that, you will have to practice your essay writing, get the formats of your letter writing correct. Do practice that, and whatever is there in the English language syllabus, you will have to, the other grammar part, you will have to, practice the previous year question papers, and the essay writing practice that you would have to do, because essay, comprehension, your writing, letter writing are the three places where you can score marks with us. So that is what I would suggest. mm. Daredevil, ninth class papers, that would the toughness, I mean the difficulty level of your ninth class papers will completely depend on your school, so I cannot comment on that. All right. Killer Gaming, best ICSE book to solve mathematics, the textbook that is prescribed by your uh, by the board itself. um all right. Um okay guys, spamming still going on. Ma'am, Danu says, "Ma'am, I'm satisfied with all subjects preparation, but I'm scared of math and English grammar." Danu, I did mention a little tip for math. I mean, the little that I could, because for math, Shubhanshu sir would be the best person to guide you with that. And I did just give you all, suggestions for English grammar. What is the last date of mark submission for ICSE school, Vaishnavi? I think your school would be able to answer that best. Um, Israel says, "Ma'am, I'm not going to tuition. Can I get good marks in 10th?" Of course, of course. Israel, you can definitely get good marks. Just finish your syllabus, get the tough concepts right, practice your previous year question papers. Ma'am, okay, Deadlock says, "I'm in ninth, will put a lot of pressure on me, and I want to know, is 10th boards actually tough?" Deadlocks, if you have been in ICSE, like from your primary schooling, it is not tough, okay? Because like this entire element of the board setting the paper does come into play, and if you have studied in ICSE, I think you would have a maximum grip of what the papers would be like. All right, so do not get pressurized now. You're in ninth. Focus on the exams in your ninth, and you can maybe start going through the syllabus of the 10th, because it is somewhere a little correlated to what you do study in your ninth grade dialogues. So do not get scared. It's not tough. You can study. You have time. All right. Okay, Adi says, ma'am, can't understand how to revise actually. Adi, I did say it in the previous, in the beginning of this video. You can maybe rewind it and watch it. Yashvita, I did also mention how you can score well in math and physics. How to get full marks in language? I answered that question, Jack. Yatharth, how to complete the whole syllabus in just 2 months? Yatharth, like I said, you will have to start right away by giving a minimum of 4 hours every day, and you will have to finish the concepts that you find tough, finish the chapters, make a schedule, complete the syllabus subject by subject or in whatever way you find comfortable, along with revision happening parallelly, and practice your previous year questions. Okay. All right. Anuj, how to avoid procrastination? Uh, Anuj, you would have to, see, or you would have to identify the reason for your procrastination, first of all. Because usually you do end up, if I have to consider the current scenario, you would end up procrastinating because of the stress of the exam as well. Okay, that can be one of the reasons. So you will have to get up and tell yourself that you have a very limited time left for your exam, and you would have to identify the places where you actually start procrastinating. Like, is it like you sit on the sofa in front of the TV and you're like, हाँ ठीक है 5 मिनट में जाऊँगा पढ़ने के लिए. If you do that, and if you tell yourself like 5 मिनट में जाऊँगा, you'll have to tell yourself like नहीं अभी उठना है, and get up immediately and go and start studying or doing whatever you have to, but ideally studying is what you have to do. So like just practice that, that immediate thing 5-6 times, and you would be able to avoid procrastination that way. Yatarth, can I complete my syllabus by only doing 28 years PYQ of all chapters of all subjects? Yatarth, no, don't go beyond 15 years of your previous year questions, first of all. And the pattern of the questions being asked even before 15 years has changed. Like, they've increased the percentage of your competency questions. And there has been like variations in the syllabus as well. So I wouldn't suggest, and you cannot complete the syllabus by doing that. You will have to go by the the method that is followed by everyone, which is you will have to refer to your textbook, solve the questions behind the chapters, and then you can go in for solving your previous year question papers. Sneha, other than textbooks, suggest books for group 2 economics and environmental science subject. Sneha, I would suggest you go to the ICSE website. Like, just go by what the board has prescribed. All right. Jack, how much have you scored in class 10th? You're asking me how much I scored in 10th, Jack. Okay, my scores weren't that great. I scored an 88. Mahima, how to do Julius Caesar? Mahima, the first intro for English literature was up. Julius Caesar, we are coming up with a one shot. So in that, I would definitely tell you all. All right. All right, guys. Guys, please don't spam. I'm unable to see the questions of the other students. Yatarth, all right. Ruchi, how to score good grades in language? So Ruchi, I did say, if you're talking about English language here, do focus on comprehension, essay writing, and your letter writing, get the formats right, and your grammar. All right, practice previous year question papers, in accordance with whatever is provided in your syllabus. And the three main places where you can score marks is your comprehension, essay writing, and letter writing. All right. Yatharth, how to score good marks in pre-boards next month. Yatharth, depending on how much of the syllabus you have completed, try to first of all keep your revision happening parallelly. Do not stop revising. Solve previous year question papers or those previous year questions of all the concepts you have finished, and try to finish the syllabus as much as possible. All right, so that is what I would suggest. Ifaf Zishan, how to score good marks in prelims, it's within a month. I would suggest you try to complete the syllabus as much as possible in accordance with the important chapters in each subject, and focus on your English language and English literature as well, because that would increase your percentage, and along with the subjects in order of what you find easy. Okay, that is what I would suggest if you haven't finished the syllabus. All right, because you would have to bring in like smart work here instead of smart work accompanied with hard work. So finish the concepts, finish the subjects and the syllabus as fast as possible along with revision, but understand and solve previous year question papers every day. All right. Ritika Varma, ma'am, can you tell the most important chapter in science? Ritika, science, you do have physics, chemistry, and biology. So, how can, like, which science subject are you talking about? मैम समझ तो सब आ जाता है लेकिन मार्क्स नहीं आते हैं मेरे. तो आपको एंजल प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स सॉल्व करना पड़ेगा, एंड आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए कि इफ़ यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एवरीथिंग तो आप गलत कहाँ जा रही हैं, लाइक वेयर इज़ इट दैट यू आर गोइंग रॉन्ग. बिकॉज अगर आपके मार्क्स अच्छे नहीं आ रहे हैं तो आई थिंक आपके मिड टर्म में यू वुड हैव गॉटन टू नो कि आपका फॉल्ट कहाँ है. तो यू विल हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई वेयर यू आर गोइंग रॉन्ग and do solve the questions behind the chapters in your textbook along with the previous year question papers. So with that, Angel, I think you should be good to go. Ritika, all right. How to study for Hindi? Nothing matters. Okay, it's similar to how you would have to study for your English literature. I mean, not in that much in depth because English literature has more weightage, but again, I think you would have your Nibandmala, I'm not sure, but I think you have 3 books, right, in Hindi. So do get the stories right, the grammar part right, and again, even in Hindi, you would have letter writing. So get that right. See the letter writing part, the comprehension, I'm not sure if you'll have in Hindi, but just finish the chapters and understand the characters of the stories that you do have in Hindi, and when it comes to your grammar like paryay, vache and all of that, so solve all of that and try to score. All right, Prakhar, Prakhar, I think we already are. Like, what else? Dhanu, yes, the one-shot videos are coming up. Sweetie, I did mention tips for computer in the beginning of the video. Because of lack of time, I would tell you to go and rewind the video and you can watch it there. All right. Ma'am, we need some likely to come questions video for all subjects. Yes, Balraj, we will definitely try to get that. All right. Sarah, what about best of 5? What about it, Sarah? So you don't know what is English, and your English is counted first, and then you have your other best 4 subjects that are taken. So that would be best of 5. Ryan, ma'am, can you please tell me how to study physics fast as my exams are just about to start? Ryan, you will have to finish the concepts, be it in your theory, you will have to get your derivations right and get the formulae right for the sums that would be asked, and solve the questions behind the respective chapters in your textbook and practice previous year question papers and see to that you understand the concepts. All right. Just gaming, ma'am. Thanks for answering my previous question. I have one more. Ma'am, I'm getting too much stress because I have not scored well in my half yearly and board is even tougher sometimes. I can't even sleep. All right. See, your midterm guys, like whoever has done well or whoever hasn't done well, if you all haven't done well in your midterm, don't worry. All right, it's okay. Do not stress about that. There is no point. But you take a positive point out of it that you would be able to identify where you went wrong and why you scored less. All right, so try to gauge that and try to understand where you went wrong. All right, so do not worry about your midterm at all. And boards, depending on how your school did set the question papers for your midterm, we don't think of your board exam being tough. All right, first of all, get that thought out of your head, because the more y'all are going to tell yourselves that boards is tough, and y'all are just going to get a lot of anxiety and stress upon yourselves unnecessarily. Do not keep telling yourselves that boards is tough. It is easy, guys. It is easy. You just have to get the knack of how to go about it. Just follow what the board says, go through the sample question papers, and side by side I will try to come up with a strategy videos. When I say strategy, I mean the secrets of the board that are actually ignored. They're not secrets, but the facts rather that are ignored by the students. The students get so lost in what they hear around them or in school or online or otherwise, that they actually forget to concentrate on what the ICSE board is actually wanting from them, and that is where they go wrong. All right, so if you get that right, most of your work is done. And you just need to know that you have to understand the concepts instead of memorizing. Do not get stressed. By stressing, it is just gonna make things worse for you all right? You have to believe in yourself, because nobody is gonna come and pour like a bucket of confidence in you or anything. So you have to talk to yourself and you have to believe in yourself. Nobody's going to come and help you with this. You have to talk to yourself, believe in yourself. Do not stress. Identify where you went wrong and correct that. Start studying now. All right. And sleep. Do not lose out on your sleep, because if you don't sleep also, you're not going to be able to concentrate on your studies, and it's just going to make things worse. Be calm, meditate, believe in yourself, and tell yourself that this exam is going to be easy. You just have to get the trick right. All right, it's just like playing or solving a puzzle. You just need to get the pieces right and then put them in the correct place. So that is what you all need to do. Is Frank good for ICSE killer gaming if it is prescribed for your respective subject? Yes, it would be. Batman revision method, I have mentioned it in the start of this video, so do rewind it and you can watch it. मुझे ये पूछना था कि वाइवा में एवरेज स्टूडेंट को कितने मार्क्स मिलते हैं ISC में या ICSE में? ईशा Amit Yadav, hi. Sydney, will the board be harder? Sydney, I just answered that question. We cannot predict. And if you study, your exam wouldn't be tough if you understand what exactly the board wants out of its students. It is not going to be tough at all. Guys, do not ignore what instructions are given by the board. It is very simple, and that is what ICSE wants of its students. All right, and ICSE has like clearly rejected the concept of mugging. If the examiner looks at your paper, the examiner is definitely going to know if you have understood the concept or not, or if you have memorized. And trust me when I say this, if there is a student who has understood the concept and written the answer in his or her own words along with the technical terms that are there. Like for example, if you're writing your physics, chemistry, or bio paper, of course, like you would have to memorize a few things, like the names of or the labelings. So other than those things that you have to memorize, you would have application based questions, so you have to understand the concept. All right, so and it will be fun for y'all as well. It is easier for y'all to study that way. All right, so take it in a smart way. All right, do not just focus on putting in every or like every cell of your brain in memorizing everything, because if you don't understand, it is just gonna make things worse for y'all. All right, so do not mug up anything. uh, it is not going to be tough. You understand what the board is expecting out of you. Go through your previous year question papers, go through the sample papers, solve those questions, do attend our videos, and solve the questions that we do put up on our community posts, and s- uh, be aligned with what we are telling y'all, and be aligned with what the board is has given y'all for your, I mean, in terms of your syllabus and the regulations. So in that way, 80% of your work is done other than studying. All right, so it is not tough, guys. Do not stress. All right. Can you predict the board's date? Aditi, so last year it was on the Feb. I mean, it was in month of Feb 21st, if I am not wrong. Wrong. This year, sorry. This year's ICSE Board exam was conducted on Feb 21st, if I'm not wrong. So tentatively, it should be around the same time. I'm not saying Feb 21st only, but roughly around the month of Feb. I mean, like late Feb or max early March. I'm not making a detailed prediction, but around the same time. Sneha, okay. Uh, no, Sneha, there's no diplomacy that has to be brought in here. That is what I would suggest. All right, there's no diplomacy to refer. I mean, for book referrals over here. Um, and for maths and science and English language, I didn't even take names for maths and science, Neha. And nor did I take any book's name for English language. So I think you got me wrong there. Right. Vedant Vedi. Ma'am, will there be any content related to computer applications? Vedant, we are working on that. We will keep you all updated. Aditya Purohit, ma'am, past 10 years or past 20 years? Which PYQ is enough for? Past 10 years, Aditya, not more than that. Gautam, please tips for class 10. Um, what tips? I mean, like for your exam, Gautam, you can refer to my previous live videos, and Preksha ma'am's video is up on like the strategy. Y'all can follow, but I will be coming up with the syllabus plus how you all should plan your strategy. Not a strategy video, but how you all should plan your strategy. So that would be up this week. So you can look forward to that, Gautam. Pratibha, ma'am, till which month I have to complete my whole syllabus so that I can have maximum revision to get 98%? You should ideally finish your syllabus by December, Pratibha, but earlier also would be better. निर्जर दास, मैम कीवर्ड्स कैसे निकालें? वो आपके सब्जेक्ट पे डिपेंडेंट होगा निर्जर. सो इफ़ इट इज़ बायो or chemistry, like if in chemistry if you're talking about a particular experiment, or if you're talking about like the mole concept, you would have to, I mean, वहाँ पे chemicals का name you would have to know. And biology, when it comes to labeling, you would, or explaining like be it the functioning of the heart, like your systole diastole movements, you would have to remember those keywords when you're explaining the process. So those are examples of how you can remember keywords. And English literature ka characters, literary devices, and then you have your the writing styles of the authors. So वैसे you would have to remember like imagery, hyperbole, irony. वैसे आपको remember करना होगा. Please, 3-month strategy in class 10 syllabus are completed. Gautam, are you asking me that? All right. Goal 98%. Ma'am, difficulty in English grammar. A goal 98%. I think you're Adarsh. So just rewind the video and you would be able to get my. I've given a few tips for English language. Ma'am, yesterday my English paper exam, second unit exam, and I'm in class 12. All right. ISC? Are you in ISC or ICSE Champ Gaming? Aditya Purohit, I did answered past 10 years questions. Hi Smith, alright. ईशा चौधरी says ISC में class 12 को ISC ही बोलते हैं. I know I didn't, you hadn't mentioned class 12, but alright. ISC, वाइवा के लिए ISC में that is also prescribed board के हिसाब से only ईशा. तो it depends on the, you know, the regulations the board has given to the schools for when it comes to you know, grading y'all on viva and the questions that would be asked. Thanks, GW Aditya. You are answering quite a few questions there, so thanks. You're welcome, Dhanu Smith. Smith, I did answer. Paheli, another book for physics other than concise. Paheli, like whatever the board has prescribed. I'm not taking any books names. All right. Manas, for which subject? Vedant, the ma'am, my school has ML Agarwal for mathematics reference book. How many books are sufficient for me to solve to score good in mathematics? Vedant, I think Shubhanshu sir has mentioned you know, the books that are the best for your mathematics as well. He would be the best person to tell you about that, because I would, for any subject, just say go by the prescribed books on the by the board. But if your school has you know, if your school is using ML Agarwal, then stick to that, because obviously your school would know as well. Do not try to get another book for the same content, because it is just gonna increase the you know, stress over there. All right, keep your sources limited, but revise from those sources. All right, guys, I will just take a few more questions. And I call this marks in chemistry. What should I do to improve? Chemistry is very boring as well. Learn from your mistakes when it came to your half yearly Swift. And even if you find chemistry boring, I mean, like, you do have to study, so try to understand the basics, try to see where you went wrong in the concepts, try to understand the concepts and make it fun for yourself. All right, because chemistry, if you have to understand it, it is a little interesting, so try to develop an interest for it, even if you do find it boring, to help yourself only in that way. And solve you know, the previous year question papers. Are there any nothing as of now, Meeta. And I don't think they would issue any notice for any changes right now, since we are approaching the exams. Prabhu, maths ke liye Shubhanshu sir. All right, so he would be the best person to tell you. All right. Ujjwal, I did tell you how much I got in 10th. One last question, Dhanu. If we score good marks in a PCB in English 1 and 2 and HCG 1 and 2, but not in maths, then ICSE board will choose other subjects leaving math. Yes, you would have to follow the best of 5 concept over there, Dhanu. Literally, NCRT exemplar is enough for class 10 board. NCRT for ICSE lethal? No. Kiran Agarwal, ma'am, please share one book for PYQs. You would just have to go through the previous year question papers that are online. Kiran, do not go in for any books as such. Abdullah Adnan, ma'am, what are the strategy which I should adopt to improve my grammar? I have mentioned it in the start of this video, Abdullah, so please rewind it and refer to that. And literature, there is a video up on the channel, so do watch that video for English literature. Alright, Manas, ma'am, when will Shubhanshu sir conduct a session like this? Soon. He will definitely conduct it soon. Ma'am, should I take pre-boards seriously or prepare myself for boards? Your syllabus for pre-boards and your boards is going to be the same, just gaming. So I don't see the difference there. But yeah, do get your concepts right, and you can definitely use your pre-boards as an instrument or measurement to assess where you stand that way. Alright, Siddhant, which book is best for PYQs? It is just a previous year question papers that are available online or on the ICSE official website, along with your sample papers that are uploaded on the ICSE website for the year 2025. So those are going to be your best friends when it comes to the previous year question papers. I would not recommend any books. Manas, all right. Ujjwal, please. You want to know? I got 88%, Ujjwal. Ankit Soni. Hello. Hi, Ankit. How to complete the syllabus in 1 month? Ayush, again, I did mention it in the beginning of this video. You will have to give a minimum of 4 to 5 hours from starting tomorrow. All right. Along with solving previous year question papers. Hello, Sakit. All right. I studied in ICSE usual. Dhanu, I teach biology and English literature. Competency-based questions, Suneet, it is the best source for your competency-based questions would be the ICSE website, and we would be putting up questions on our community posts every day, so you can refer to those as well. Ayush gaming portal, if you give 8 hours a day, definitely Ayush, but do not reach a burnout. All right. All right. Ma'am, I'm studying 2 hours only, syllabus completing easily. Also studying only for 5 days a week. I mean, if that works for you, good, villain, good. All right, guys. No, Abdul, I do not. You're welcome, Suneet. All right, guys. I hope I did address all your queries, and thank you so much for actually putting up with the questions that I didn't miss out on, and actually when I asked you all to go back and refer to those, because we have a time crunch and you all do have to go study as well. So I will meet you all in the next session. Until then, study well, take care, be calm, do not stress, and let's crack it, guys. So I'll see you all in the upcoming videos. All right, guys. I shall take the other questions in the next session. All right. Siddhant. All right. All right, I think you are at a good place, Siddhant. Just focus on completing the rest of the syllabus and practice previous year question, solve your previous year question papers, and revise. All right, guys, revision is very important, and stay calm. All right. All right, guys, see you all. I will meet you all in the next live session. Good night, take care, and concentrate, have responsible fun. All right, bye, guys.